Hello, guys. It's so good to talk to you guys again. Look at this, a microphone. A microphone. Not only that, but also one costume. We're trying to really do the whole. I've got the vintage vibe. Obviously, maybe all these plushies aren't vintage vibes, but this is just what my bed looks like. If you guys could see above it, I have three different pictures of cats, like a crazy person. But I think when I get more, my craziness is gonna come into like a campiness, and I won't look insane anymore. And I have so many like vintage pajamas to wear, so it's gonna slay. I I guess I should say I moved. Thank goodness. Hated the last place. Um, the place itself, the location was great. The size of my bedroom, fine. But I had people above me that like played bowling or something in the middle of the night. I don't know. And my landlord was evil. Not just lazy, worse than evil, laziness. And out of all of that, it wasn't the vibe. But this place, this so far, it's the vibe. I have my own bathroom. I'm a germaphobe, so sharing a bathroom in the first place is really hard for me. Um, Even if my bathroom or bedroom or whatever is messy, it's my mess. And my messiness, I don't feel like it's dirt. You won't see mold, okay? You won't see shit stained underwear lying around. Unless if I just went through all my laundry to find a specific top that maybe I wore once to wash really quickly and wear, and then I forgot to put my dirty underwear back. Okay, that's the whole thing. But it's a vibe. I'm digging it. It's fine. Cow seems to be good. Cow is all the way over there. Oh, I have two piercings. And on my back, I have a tramp stamp. So, was that a manic episode or am I turning into the person I want to be? I long to be. I definitely need to get another tattoo here. I've thought of so many things to put here, but I think the best one is going to be rage, but like super soft and cursive and cute. And maybe under it, a picture of a cat fairy. A fairy cat. That would be cute because I'm dying here, is what's going on. I love cats and I love fairies. Let's put that together. Speaking of fairies, let's talk about racism. That's a joke, semi, but not all the way. As you guys know, I'm decorating my new apartment. A lot of it is just moved in from what? Oh my god, I'm dying here. A lot of it is moved in from my last apartment. It's like the same vibe. Okay, I already know what I want, but oddly enough, I have more wall space in this place. It is odd because I'm thinking, yeah, because my last place it was a big door, a bunch of windows, and and then a fireplace, and then a wardrobe had to go out because I didn't have a closet. So because of all that, I guess I had less space on my walls. Because beforehand, I had just as many paintings as I have up now, plus two posters, which I have not brought over yet. But that took up like every space pretty much. Now, when I add those two posters in, I'm still gonna have so much space, and I'm definitely gonna put one of the posters on my door, if not both of them, low key, if I don't get more posters. But yeah, and I also have a bathroom door I could put a poster on. It's a whole thing. Oh my gosh, my son looks so cute right now. You guys can't see him. But the point is, all that to say, since I have so much more space now, I'm like looking everywhere to find paintings. And most of my paintings I get at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Goodwill. But I'm open to going to like Etsy and ordering paintings and stuff for myself. That's like more correlated. Like I know specifically what I want. I'm not going to go to the store and hope I find something in a similar vibe. But sometimes that's the vibe. It depends. But the point is, I did that and I'm looking for fairies. I really want to put like a large mural of fairies like dancing in the woods, and that's like a I'm you guys know the image, okay? The memes, the vibes. You're picturing something in your head already because nothing I said was original. Now try to find black fairies. And that same thing, they don't fucking exist. There's no such thing as a black fairy, I guess. And that it's I'm like, uh it's like at least even give me the bug looking fairies, like a fairy that doesn't look like a particular race. But if they're all just gonna be like naked white women with wings, why do I want to put that on my above my bed? How does that relate to me? And it's not like just the fairy paintings on Etsy. It's like going to this. I talked about this recently, and I think it was like, what did I talk about it in a Sephora haul? That's when I talked about it. About having not a full shade range at Ulta, even though the brand itself offers a diverse shade range. Ulta won't stock a full shade range. It's like little things like that. It's like if I'm going to a store and I'm ready to give you my money, why don't you want to offer anything that I can actually use? It's the insane lack of representation I'm sure every black woman feels, and every woman of color in general. Okay, I mean it's been getting better, maybe slightly, depending on where you are. And I'm not saying on TV you can't see a black woman like those black women in TV now, amazing, whatever, slay. But it's more than just TV. And also, by the way, thank you Zendaya or whatever. But do I look like fucking Zendaya? So it's this whole thing, and I'm really at the point where it's more aggravating than anything. Like when I was younger I'd be like, they don't see me, but more it's just like, WTF, we're here, why won't you, like, and we have money to give you. If you make a painting with a bunch of black little fairies on Etsy, do you know how many Pinterest black Etsy fairy girlies are going to buy that? I'm not the only one who's looking for a fairy painting. I promise you that, okay? I know the vibes. I know the vibes. So if you would just give representation, you probably make more money. And oh, that makes me think. I did thrift. This was like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Yeah. Maybe two and a half. Wow, maybe three. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Let me hold on to something. Um, I have this one painting of a woman, and it's like one of those old timey paintings of a woman in her like old, not Victorian era dress, but like the old timey dresses, in like a flawless area with pretty trees and flowers. And those paintings are like famous. They're everywhere. Every Goodwill will have them. But this one has a black woman in it. And I literally almost cried. I was so happy. I was like, she was painted for me to have in my room. And right now she's like right by my vanity. And so I look at her all the time. I'm like, ah. And you don't see her face or anything. And she's wearing this big dress. It's not like you're seeing a lot of her skin. It's literally just whoever painted it was like, I'm gonna paint black woman. And maybe a black person painted this, and that's why. But thank goodness for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the representation matters, man. Speaking of representation, this is going to be a quickie, let's get it all out. I've got things to do in the morning. I can't stay up all night. I'm doing makeup right now. Guys, I'm doing makeup right now. I want to take it off. Not because I'm like, oh, I hate wearing makeup, but because I can't wear makeup to sleep or it's going to ruin my pillows. Because I have worn makeup to sleep and want to know what happened to those pillows, ruined. So I have to go ahead and actually take my makeup off from now on. Until I become a professional like back sleeper, I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. And because of that, I can't be yapping to you guys all day. But let's move to the next topic, I guess. Racism, bad. What's also bad? A fucking genocide. What a great way to move into that, right? We're talking points today. Um, Interesting. It's I'm sorry, by the way, this dress I'm wearing, doesn't it look like this would be a really good pregnancy dress with the empire waist of it all? You know what I'm saying? So maybe when I get knocked up, I'll be wearing this dress again. And that's the only time, yeah, genocide. Me trying to make the topic lighter. Sorry, this house was filthy when I moved into it. So I try not to look at the walls too much. What do you even say? I walk. I used to walk back at when I worked at Walgreens. I would walk 12-hour shifts easy. Okay, at least on Wednesdays. That was our truck day. It was a whole thing. I'm not getting into it. I don't feel like it, but it would suck having to work all those days. You get your check and you notice a chunk of it's missing. Will is has it gone through taxes? Oh, taxes. I didn't know Biden came in and walked part of my shift, but I guess he did because he took a big chunk of it. Okay? And I know Biden's not the reason for taxes. Let me just continue my point, okay? So they take your taxes. You're like, well, where is it going? Okay? We're paying our taxes. Maybe the public education system's good. Okay, well, maybe the streets are cleaned. Maybe we're spending money to fund people to clean the streets. No, streets aren't cleaned. Maybe the bus system is better. I had to ride a bus a lot of the time. Does the buses stay open past 8 o'clock? Because my shift gets off at 10. What about the people in prison? Are they treated well? What about the cops? When I call the cops, the real chance I'll ever have to call the fucking cops, okay? Will the cops answer the phone? No. The cops will not answer the phone. And I'm not saying, non emergency 311. I mean, calling 911. It's an emergency. Stay on the line. You're put on hold. And when the cops get here, they'll say, well, good thing he didn't have a gun, right? Yeah, because I'd be dead. And you would have come, what, an hour later to maybe say, okay, we'll be out to look for him. He's gone. Ooh, working at Walgreens showed me just how terrible the police are, which I've been knew, but come on, it's like if whenever you talk about cops, people like to say, well, not all cops, not all cops. Well, what are you gonna do? What did that guy say? Well, next time you need help with the robbery, call crackhead. I feel like if I called a crackhead, he'd be there sooner than the cops will. Especially if I said, hey, I got crack. You know what I'm saying? And all of this, once again, tax dollars are paying for this. But you realize a big chunk of it goes to fucking Israel. I didn't know Israel needed another fucking bomb. Okay? There are children hanging off of buildings. Did we see the images? Should you look up the images? I feel like you should. If it scars you, maybe that's what it needs to do. Children are hanging off of buildings. They have drones to mimic the sound of crying women to lure you out and shoot you down. And don't talk to me about Hamas as if the apartheid state began on October 7th. We know this has been going on for decades because people have been protesting about Israel for decades. Duh, duh. People have been imprisoned unfairly for decades. Talk about release the hostages. You force Israel. I'm just saying, it's a whole thing. Obviously, I'm not sitting here getting in the facts of it all. There's so many amazing people to follow on the internet. I feel like this is one of the reasons they're trying to delete fucking TikTok. Is that why they're trying to get rid of TikTok? Because that's where you get the most news from. Honestly, is from TikTok. You want to know who to donate to? Go on TikTok. You want to know about the boat that is shipping cargo to the people of Gaza? You have to find them on TikTok. What are they called? Let me look that up this instance because I do highly recommend following these group of people. I remember the name sounds like I'm sorry. One of the things I was looking at, I looked up Yeezy porn. If you understand, if you know, you know the flotilla that was stuck in Istanbul. Actually, I need to catch up on that. Did they make it past Istanbul? That's important information. But like all that stuff's on TikTok, and that's the one platform they're trying to delete because what? China's mind control or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's like if we're worried about, our information being stolen and stuff, why haven't we worried about that through Facebook? We have proof that they're literally stealing our information and using it to, rig elections. Not rig elections, but like, I guess, manipulate people about elections using false truths and stuff. That was a whole, what was that, 2, 3 years ago? If, no, I feel like that was 2, 3 years ago. And they were in caught and everything. People still have Facebook. People still have Instagram. TikTok's the problem, unless if he sells it to someone who's not in China. What is this really? What is this really? All of this to say, because I know I'm not making a point. I really am just yapping here. But all of this to say, I don't know what's going to happen to the people in Gaza. All you can do is protest and ask your senators and stuff to please stop sending all of your fucking money. Remember, it's your money. It's not their money. It's your money. We, the people, you're the person, everyone. Um, to people you don't want it to be sent to, but they'll walk right by you. You've seen those videos of the people who are like protesting and stuff, and the senators or whoever will walk right by them, not even look at their way. Don't you know who put you in that office? And you're telling me you don't have the nerve to even look the way? You don't even, like, what happened to politicians kissing babies? Kiss a fucking baby again. You can't even give these people attention as they're begging you to stop bombing children. It's not your bombs. It's our bombs. I paid for the fucking bomb. And so now I have blood on my hands because I paid my taxes. Amazing, right? Amazing. I didn't even have a choice on paying my taxes. You guys just took it from my check. You took it from my check unfairly, and then you took too fucking much, and I had to wait a year to get it back on tax day. Fuck y'all. Oh my goodness, that's a whole thing. But the devil is real, and it's all U.S. government. But then you guys have seen the stuff going on in Colombia, NYU, and UT in Texas, and all of these places where we have these brilliant young minds trying to band together to make their voices heard, and then cops and um, military forces are coming out and treating protesters like I don't even know, like rioters, like hardcore criminals. You guys will shake a rapist's hand and say, well, he was young, and what were you wearing? But you hear a protester peacefully, saying, please stop bombing children in Israel. And those are the people you're going to shoot with your rubber bullets and hit with your shields. Are you insane? And then you'll see, and it's obviously because the presidents of these schools called the police officers on them and said they're going to be dangerous and yada yada yada. And you'll even see specifically, like in the NYU instance, you see the NYPD saying, or figures in the NYPD will say, I'm not saying the commander in chief said this, like they were peaceful protesting, like they admit they were peaceful. But you guys still, went down and arrested them. So what are you arresting them for? Are you a police officer that's supposed to, defend the law? Are you a blind fucking soldier that will do whatever the top guy says to do? Because one sounds noble and one sounds like, well, what we've been calling you guys for years, huh? And you sit here and tell us you're not a pig? Well, stop acting like one. You know what I'm saying? You guys are ruining your own image. My goodness gracious. Once again, kiss the babies. Hand out the stickers in the elementary schools. Honk the horn and ring the siren when you see a little kid walk by. Don't go to colleges where those teenagers, 18-year-olds and young adults and stuff, and the professors are out there with them. Okay? And the rest of them for peacefully protesting because what law has been broken? And then when you look at laws, like, well, they were, what is it? On property they're not allowed to be on, whatever that word is called. It's like, then you have to look at the law and ask yourself, well, what law is more important? And if the law they are breaking is that they are on property they're not allowed to be on, and this property is practically public because it's a school campus that tourists walks on all day, you have to ask yourself, is it actually reasonable to raise a gun at an 18-year-old who's in a piece of grass playing a kumbaya song on their guitar? Because if you're telling yourself yes to all those instances, once again, you're ruining your own image at this point. People make jokes and stuff like America's ghetto, America's ghetto. It is worse. It's not ghetto because that implies that this system is not set in place. There's a very strong system in place, and it's upholding a very specific ideals. And I'm over it at this point. Totally, totally over it. And I don't know why at some point I held my head high, being like, I'm an American. And you know what? I get it because in the other places, there are places worse. I understand why immigrants come to America and all that stuff. I'm not sitting here being like, America sucks. Fuck America. You know, I'm just saying the people that are running it don't listen to me. So why the fuck should I listen to them and stay here? But on 4th of July, I probably will have like a vegan hot dog, watch the fireworks. I have a very cute outfit already picked. I'm gonna drink some margaritas. You know what? There's a really good TikTok song I saw the other day. No, I think it was today. And it's look this up later. I'll put it in the thing below. But it's like called there's no such thing as mortal in war or something, or like dead people dead. And it's so good. He's like, I'm talking about he says, talking about dead people, I mean a dead people, because we're talking about very specific people that are dying, and they're dying because we benefit from them, and there's really from them being dead so that we can have space for colonialism in Israel. There's like really not a single other reason. I keep getting so many text messages. But it's whatever. We've been talking about that for so long. Not saying to ever be quiet about it, just saying like we've been talking about it for so long. So we're gonna talk about something else now. Donate to the people. Um, keep talking loudly about it, and pray, because that's literally all you can do. Because, or, and this is what I love, the flotilla. Did I say the name? The flotilla that's going to Gaza with the like tons or something of aid they have, and the hundreds of people that are on these ships that were stuck in Istanbul. I need to look up to see if they're not in Istanbul anymore, if they were stuck or not, because I had to call, like, you have to call the U.S. representative and everything, and at some point they turned the fucking phone lines off. They did, because I called, and it was a whole thing. Isn't that crazy? Just they just won't listen to you when they realize you have something to say. But they were like this group of like ragtag team, not ragtag, but like a ragtag, just a group of people. We the people, well, the people, the persons came together. They have these two ships with a whole bunch of aid and people, and they're like, we're gonna break the barrier. We're just gonna go. We've asked the U.S. representatives. It's like the same people with the pink code. They're like, we asked the people to stop sending, bombs over there. They're not listening to us, so we're just gonna do what we need to do. And when you say it aloud, you're like, oh, yeah, I guess that is what you would do. And anybody that's like, well, that's against the rules, or there's other ways to do it. It's like, well, how was America founded in the first place? Were they just listening to the rules? It's like like, hate to be cheesy and be like, rules are meant to be broken, but stupid ones are, especially if it's benefiting the lives of thousands of people. So that's like an amazing group of people. And thoroughly hope none of them lose their lives, because we do know that Israel is not above bombing innocent aid workers, and they've already committed plenty of war crimes. I doesn't seem like they're going to stop anytime soon. So hopefully, and praying deeply, seriously, that the people on that flotilla have a safe arrival and that they can truly help the people in Gaza and the Palestinians that have been uprooted from their homes. Oh my goodness, my cat looks so cute. He's sleeping right now. If you guys are like, we can't see him. He looks, oh, he's sleeping just like he is in this painting of him. This is back when I worked at Walgreens. It's so cute. But that's exactly what he looks like now, just on a different rug. My baby. Oof. So low cut. Oh my goodness, is the nipple showing? Because I talk about Gaza with my whole tit out. Um Man, the system is rigged. Nonetheless, I have been thinking about life differently, and I've decided recently I to just not be stressed about it anymore. Because what do you gain from stress? Like that's obvious. That's like, guys, just don't be stressful. Just chill. Just vibe. Just like obviously you can't control your emotions, or whatever. But I've also just, but you can make the decision that like things are going to work out, and that even when things fell or fall apart, you're going to do what you want to do with it. And I have decided that, and I'm like, I know what I want to do. I'm going to do it. And it's as simple as that. And since then, I've been doing things I wanted to do. And it's not been insanely amazing things. A lot of what I've been wanting to do recently is chill. Honestly, I'm like, I want to take a nap. I want to order food. I want to do this. It's like whatever. But also, the jobs I've been working has been more fun. It's like I'm a tour guide now. Why did I think about this earlier? It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I get to learn so much about history, which I love. And we get to see how it's repeating itself now. And I just talk to a bunch of new people every single day. And even the people I'm talking to teaches me new things. Like I learned about a slave iron. Do you guys know what a slave iron is? That is an iron where you put hot coal in it. And that's how they steamed the clothes back in the mid to late 1800s in the Victorian era. But you know what will also be in this fucking iron? A bell. So that your master could hear every time you were walking, and then he could hear every time you stopped too. And that's exactly why I tell my guests now. Now that I learned it, I'm like, well, damn, you guys need to learn it too. This was not that long ago where people were using slave irons. That was not that long ago, guys. Hello, not even 200 years ago. That's how not long ago it was. You can't even put a two in front of the 100. But anyways, the point is working, jobs that I enjoy, spending time with people that I like to spend time with, which I never thought was like possible because you think, you know, there's these rules, there's these things, you have obligations and shit that you have to do, and these obligations is gonna forever control your life. And it's like, well, why? It's my life. And I say that all the time now. It's like every 5 seconds, anytime I'm upset, I'm like, it's my life. It's mine. And like I look like a crazy person every time I lose my mind, I'm sure. But then it reminds me, oh, it is my life. I can't control everything I do about it, but I can control my perspective. If I hate my job, why would I keep going to it? And I know we're taught so much now. Well, who likes their job? People out there with jobs that they like. That's who. Like, what are you talking about? If you hate your job, why? And we're spending 40 hours a week at a place you hate. What do you gain from that? Money? Money? Do you feel secure with money right now? Quickly, no, then it doesn't seem like it's that beneficiary. So I just left it. And now I'm vibing, and I've been like working jobs that I don't hate. And I'm really trying hard. There's this one job that it's really hard. It's another tour job, but it's like 2 hour tours. And I've been studying so hard, and I thought I was ready to give the tour, and I just totally bombed. It was humiliating, guys. Like, oh my God. Worst day ever. Seriously. And I was really prepared before I got there. And as soon as I began, I opened my mouth was dry. I was like, oh my God, does anyone have a fucking mint? Mouth was dry. Every other sentence. I was like, and I knew, I'm like, there's no way anyone knows what I'm saying. And it was so bad that like my bosses had to be like, okay, we'll take over. Oh my God. And I had begged them to just let me do one. And then when I finally do one, I fucking am awful. So that's what I'm really trying on. At this point, I'm kind of just like, no, you sucked. Never try again. But I know I do need to push myself to try again because I feel like if I could get those chores down, oh, I would be so happy. It would be such a fun job to do because it's just telling ghost stories. And I know all the ghost stories. Like, because I'll even mention the ghost stories at the other house and I'll be like, oh, if you like ghost stories, here's a cute, fun one, like a short version of it or something. And I'll be like, you have to, go on XYZ's ghost tours. They're so good because that's the company I really want to work for. And I've been like studying for and everything. And so I know all the information. I just don't know what happened that day. I don't know why I lost all of my oomph, but it's gonna come back. I even texted my boss. I was like, ma'am, please, like, let me practice under you specifically. And she's such a kind hearted person. Like, seriously. She's got like these maternal vibes. Like, this, like, she reminds me so much of like an elementary school teacher, but if she wasn't at work anymore. And so she's cussing like a sailor, and she's like, "No, you fucking got this. Like, I know you got the fucking facts, but you just gotta fucking sit." I'm literally, and I'm sitting there, and I was like in the beginning on the borderline of tears, and by the end, I'm like, "No, I do fucking got this. I need to fucking just like literally." So love her, love the vibes. I just don't, but I feel like, I'm sure I disappointed her and the co-boss and everything. So I just need to be better. Try not to disappoint them again, honestly. That's something that's kind of stressing me out, but I feel like I'm going to get to it because I want to do it and it's my life. So why would I do what I want to do with my life? And then, of course, if you fail enough times, maybe you do learn, hey, that's not for you. But at least I tried something. Failure is a part of living. Failure doesn't mean, you know, can't doesn't mean it's a negative stamp on your life forever. It's just failing one thing, or maybe two things, or three things, or a bunch of things. But now and then you get comfortable with failing because I feel like that's gonna be something that's a part of my life forever. Speaking of failing, I applied to get my master's, did not make it in. I was not expecting to make it into the school because it was a very last minute application. I literally applied like 2 weeks before it was due or something. But um I learned more about the school after I had already applied for it, and now I really do want to go. So for next year, and now I have an entire year, I need to prep this amazing play, and I have two plays in my mind, and I want to write both of them. I need to like that's what I'm gonna begin doing tomorrow, or like over this weekend because I'm gonna be in New York. That's the whole thing. But a lot of the times in New York, I feel like I'm gonna be by myself because my sister's gonna be busy. And while I'm in New York, I'll be able to be like, okay, this is me typing. If you don't know, because I used to write full-on plays on my iPhone. If I had something to say, I'd say it. But I feel like recently I had a bunch of bullshit to say. I had to get it off my chest, and it was all bad. It was bad. I ugh, I'm like, I graduated school writing like one of the worst feature pilots ever. But in my defense, I've never read a feature pilot by a 20 something year old that I actually enjoyed all the way through. So in my head, I'm like, okay, 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 okay. I'll deal with it. And then eventually, it was good practice. Once again, failing. So now I know what to do. Because now that I wrote this really terrible feature film, it's inspired me for a play. And the school I want to go to, I need to write an amazing, spectacular fucking play. So it's perfect. And I have two ideas, and those ideas were brought about in school, but never finalized, never perfectized or whatever. But they're going to be perfect soon. And I cannot fucking wait until they're both complete and I can read them and be like, whoa, that's a good play, man. Because I have it in my head. I have it. It doesn't. It's not an order. It's just scenes here and there, and the vibe, the aura. I see the colors on the stage. But as soon as I can get those figured out on a sheet of paper, I know it's gonna be like good. It's gonna be like Jeremy O'Hara's Slave Play good. I'm not even joking. So be prepared for that. Be Guys, I'm talking about the Tonys I'm about to be nominated for, and probably infamously will lose all. No, we'll see the vibe. But anyways, I really think if I write either one of those plays and if I can make one of them really good, I'm gonna reapply to the school, and hopefully they're not like, oh, she applied last year, she sucks. Hopefully they'll be like, oh, she locked in, she clocked in, she's locked in, she wrote this play and she applied again, and now she's getting in because I feel it. I think I'm gonna be there. I think I'm gonna be there in a year. I really do. If I'm not there in a year, then my entire plan is ruined, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life. But we'll worry about that when I get there, right? Because I just received the letter today that was like, "You did not make it in," and I'm like, I been knew that because you guys never asked for an interview or further questions or anything. So in my head, that was obviously I didn't make it in. And what I didn't like about this letter is that it didn't begin with, "Well, sorry to inform you." They have you read the entire thing for when it says I'm sorry, or it's like we had a bunch of better people. They say it nicely, but they're like, yeah, we had a bunch of people apply, they were better, so we let them in because we don't got a lot of spots. And they said it kindly and everything, but I was like, just say we regret to inform you. Do the copy and paste. We regret to inform you did not come into this, yada yada program or whatever. But we wish you good luck on your future journey. Maybe apply next year. Because at least I wouldn't have to read the entire letter to know. Because I knew I didn't make it in, but still, you have to read the entire. You have to read the entire letter. Ugh, kill me. But it's okay. Don't kill me because next year I'm gonna make it in, and it's gonna say, "Sailor, we are so excited to inform you that you made it into the school that you've been dreaming about for a whole year." And if I don't make it in, the tears, the sobbing. Ooh, I could cry right now thinking about it. So we're just gonna assume everything's gonna work out in my way. And if it doesn't work out in my way, we know that means God's got a plan for a different vibe. It's as simple as that. Sometimes you think you know what the vibe is, and God's like, dude, that's not even the vibe. That's not even the vibe, dude. What are you doing, dog? And so we'll see about that. But that's a year from now, so I'm not really the type of person that stresses over something that's happening next week. I need a pack tomorrow so I can go to New York the day after. So that's how much we're gonna worry about it. Not at all. I don't even know if I'll start the play until a month before it's due. That's a joke. That part's a joke. I will be clocked in. Okay. Isn't he so cute? He's a heated cow, which is perfect for my cat, Cow. I feel like I need to say cow every time I say his name because people are like, are you saying cow? No, I'm not. I'm saying cow. I didn't know we were all overpronouncing cows. But now that I know, I will be saying cows, 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 cow. Cow. Okay, I sound like a crazy person. Cow. 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 Ah. Ah. Cow. Cow. Because when I say ow, it doesn't sound like I'm saying owl. Owl and la, la. They sound too similar. This isn't the speech impediment talking. This is the English language that I think, there's some things we ought to change, you know, not on my behalf, but on the behalf of people. Because imagine this, there's so many people that want to know what I'm saying. Because I'd be saying some good stuff. So let's change the language around so that people can vibe with me better. I'm getting kind of sleepy. What time is it? Woof, it's 10:35. Man, I don't even know everything I've been talking about right now. I do know that I have to wake up tomorrow at like 6 a.m. So we're gonna call it a day now. I've been digging it though. Good vibes. Um, oh, one thing I will finish it with. In the last makeup video, I think I talked some bullshit about going on a date with a guy, but he got COVID. Never met him. He ghosted me. So it's fine. It's fine. And also, I would never download. I'm done with Tinder. I'm done with Hinge. I would never go on Bumble again. You want me to DM the guy first? But the point is, I'm over the experience. I learned my lesson, and it's not worth it. If I'm not meeting you in person, I'm just not meeting you because I'm not interested in the whole ghosting bullshit or the worst being stood up. I'm like, I'm not in a TV drama right now. Don't stand a bitch up. Text me. And not even like that's much better because so many niggas would text you the day of, sorry, I can't come, and then never talk to you again. Kill yourself. Yeah, kill yourself. Because I didn't ask myself out. Kill your. Okay, let's not say that. There's like a high suicide rate for males, and that's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Don't kill yourself. Just don't piss me off again because you're testing my patience. Okay? So we'll see. If I meet a person in person, you guys will be the first to know. But until then, I don't think I'm going to be talking about men again. Because I'm not going to be going on any dates soon. And that's the part that sucks. I haven't gone on a fun date in forever. And it's so not fair. It's so not fair. Because I have so many cute dresses and I'm imagining them on dates. And I'm like, guys, you don't even know how cute some of these dresses are. And I have to wear them with like a female friend, which I look cute. I'm like, as well. But it's like, I need to text these people beforehand, be like, we're going for cute vibes today. Sometimes you want to wear a dress on a date. Sometimes you want to wear a dress on a date. And I have the dresses and I will wear them outside of dates because why punish myself from not wearing cute dresses because men are the idiots. But also, I wanna. I'm just saying you could have seen it first with me on a cute date, but now all of Instagram's gonna see it first, and then I'm gonna reveal it with you. It's still gonna be cute. I'm still gonna look bomb in it. My tits, I'm sure, will look phenomenal. But I don't know. It's not the original time. It's the second time wearing it. Maybe I didn't even style it as well the second time around. You know what I'm saying? So just know you're missing out. Every second that I am single, a fairy dies. Okay, social media, Sailor Movie Baby. I think that's on everything. Follow Patinwa on the phone, on Instagram. I don't post on there, but maybe I will begin. Maybe this is my first post. Maybe with cow in it. Okay. Um, and listen to Patinwa on the phone on wherever you listen to podcasts. Maybe not wherever you listen to podcasts, but the main places. I don't need to list them all out. I think that's it.